What's up, guys? Jordan here from Show Me Vegas, and we're going to go for a little walk. You've seen me do walking tours at individual properties, but never before have I attempted to show you guys a walkthrough of an entire street. That's what we're doing today. We're going to walk down the Fremont Street experience all the way here from the Plaza to the El Cortez. I'm going to show you the sights along the way. You might just learn something, but either way, I think it's going to be fun. Let's go for a stroll. Alright, like I said, we're going to start all the way down here on the Plaza end. This is the Plaza right here, opened in 1971. It was originally known as the Union Plaza. That's because there used to be a train station here. It was the Union Pacific train station. And the Union Plaza Hotel was born from that. Couple of points of interest. Oscar's Steakhouse is right up there on top of the dome. The new Carousel Bar is underneath. Oscar's is a very underrated steakhouse. You know what? I think we're going to get going because we can get across the strip right now. I shouldn't say the strip, I mean the street. This is Main Street. Right across, of course, is Circa. Circa's right here at the corner. This opened in 2020, owned by the Stevens brothers, Derek Stevens. 21 and up only. You can't even get inside without showing your ID. That is a fantastic property. It's the closest thing you're going to find to a strip hotel here on Fremont Street. A very nice resort. We stayed there this summer.
Hey everybody, this is Ashton from Show Me Vegas, and we finally did it. We stayed downtown. Welcome to Circa Resort and Casino.
Any video I reference in this video here today, I will put a link to in the description box down below, so don't forget to go check those out. Right across from Circa is the Golden Gate, the oldest hotel in Las Vegas. It's gone by many names over the years, but this opened in 1906. They still have the original rooms right up here in this portion of the building that you can rent. We actually rented one of these rooms a few years ago, and it was kind of fascinating, actually. Again, there's a video out there on the channel for that as well. At times, I'm sure the audio is going to be difficult because, as you know, it's loud out here even during the day. Pretty much every property out here has an outdoor bar. This is Circa Bar. I believe it holds the distinction as the longest bar outside on Fremont Street. Golden Gate also has a pretty nice bar outside though. See it right there. You can get your walk-in drink and head down Fremont Street. If you don't want to pay those prices, of course, you can go inside the ABC stores right here. But technically, you're not supposed to drink it out here on Fremont Street. They're going to staple it into a paper bag. Whether or not you open it and start drinking it out here, that's up to you. I don't think anybody's going to stop you. But technically, you're supposed to have your drinks in a plastic cup out here. No glass, no cans for whatever reason. I know that's kind of weird because on the strip, you can drink whatever, whenever, as long as it's not in glass. Right down here is Vegas Vic, a classic Las Vegas Fremont Street sign. Right over on this side, of course, you see the other entrance to Circa and the Circa Cybertruck. I want to say they're going to give that away, or you can win it inside. I'm not 100% on that. But right next to it, one of the many stages out here. I believe there are 3 actually. Free shows are performing out here all the time. This gets really crowded at night. Some of the performances are quite good, and like I said, they're totally free. Of course, Fremont Street is known for performers like these girls right here. The Golden Nugget is right past them. This is a classic Las Vegas property. Fun fact about the Golden Nugget, if you didn't know, it was once owned by Steve Wynn. This is how Steve Wynn got his hotel start in Las Vegas. But he owned the Golden Nugget whenever he built the Mirage on the Strip. Across from the Golden Nugget is Bennion's. Right upstairs on the second floor, that's Whiskey Liquor Up. That's a cool bar and grill, and that is a rotating bar right there, believe it or not. I don't know why you wouldn't believe it. I mean, you've probably seen it before. I ate lunch up there at the rotating bar yesterday, and it was really cool. Outdoor bar here at the Golden Nugget called Stage Bar. For the next half block or so, we've just still got Golden Nugget on our right, Bennion's on our left. A little fun fact about Bennion's. Right in this area used to be another hotel called the Mint. And the facade was pretty famous. I'll try to put a picture up. But that facade is still behind this Bennion's facade. And you can see a piece of it if you go to Whiskey Liquor Up. I would recommend it if you're a Vegas history buff. Bennion's, of course, used to be known as Bennion's Horseshoe. For decades, it was known as Bennion's Horseshoe. For a time, Caesars Entertainment, or I guess it was Harrah's at the time, owned Bennion's. They eventually sold it, but they kept the Horseshoe name. And that's why it's now known purely as Bennion's and not Bennion's Horseshoe anymore. That's because Caesars owns the Horseshoe name. All right, it's going to get really loud up here. I'm going to do my best to narrate. Hopefully you can still hear me. Fremont Street, of course, used to be a functioning street, but they closed it off to vehicle traffic a long time ago. Now it's pedestrian only, but of course at all these intersections you have to wait for the crosswalk. There is still vehicle traffic crossing Fremont Street. Now don't come out here and get drunk and disobey these signs because people get hit by cars down here all the time. I'm not kidding. All right, across the intersection here, you're going to find the Four Queens on the right. That's the south side of Fremont Street. The Four Queens has a couple of notable spots. Magnolia's restaurant is in there. Also in the basement of the Four Queens, Hugo's Cellar, an underrated steakhouse, cheaper than you're going to find on the Strip, and a really cool vintage Vegas experience. Also in there, as you see right here, Chicago Brewing Company. On the other side, opposite Fremont, on the other side, opposite the Four Queens, is the Fremont Casino. That's a Boyd Gaming property. As you can see, there's a Dunkin' Donuts and a Steak and Shake inside. If you go in there toward the back, there's a great little food hall. Has Huey Magoo's, Steak and Shake, among other things. Great place to go for cheap eats. Of course, Fremont Street looks a lot better at night. But there was no way that I was going to try to do this at night. It gets way too crowded. Now this is creepy. That's creepy for sure. All right, let's keep going. One of the great things about Fremont Street, staying down here, if you like this kind of atmosphere, and I've never been a fan, I've said that in numerous videos, but I have stayed down here now the last 2 nights. And I'm gaining a little bit more respect for it. But one of the great things about it is how walkable it is. You can walk from property to property very easily. You can go from one end to the other, no problem whatsoever. Outdoor bar here at the Four Queens called Patio Bar, right here. Again at night, you'll see people lined up 10 deep at all these bars. We get past the Four Queens and you're going to find the D. This is 40-ish years old, but it's only been the D for a while. Originally, this was Fitzgerald's. First time I ever went in there, it was Fitzgerald's, and it was a dive, let me tell you. But I'm staying at the D tonight, and that place is a lot nicer than it used to be. The D is, it's a pretty decent property. There'll be a video about that. It's going to come out, I would say, probably before this one, so look for that. Now you get alongside the D and you see a lot of nonsense over here on the other side. Look, we got a T-shirt shop, souvenir shop. I never did understand how this Indian arts and crafts place lasted so long, but finally that's out. And there is an arcade going in there. It's going to be called In the Game. So that'll be a nice addition here to Fremont Street. Here's the other side of the D. We've got the D bar outside here. They claim, evidently, to have the world's largest Keno board in there. I saw the Keno lounge. I didn't see the giant board. I'll have to check that out. Once you get past the D, there's not a whole lot of hotels. I did fail to mention at that last intersection, if you go north, you turn left the way we were walking, you'll see the Downtown Grand. The Downtown Grand, I think, is an underrated downtown property because it sits about a block off of Fremont Street, so it's quieter. They have some great deals there, a fun little casino, some great food deals, also the Triple George Grill, and right across the street from the Downtown Grand, you're going to find Pizza Rock, which is, in my opinion, the best pizza in Las Vegas. I'm not sure why everybody's looking at these t-shirts over here, but we're going to get around them. Alright, right down here at 4th Street in Fremont, you're going to find a White Castle with a truly vintage Vegas White Castle sign. White Castle, if you've never had it, those are some, I guess you could call them burgers. They're sliders. It's a chain, mostly from the Midwest. People tend to go crazy about it here in Vegas, though. But now we're down here at 4th Street and Fremont Street. You're going to see a few things. Of course, the tower right there is Slotzilla. That's a zip line that runs all the way from here back to the Plaza where we just came. It looks like a really cool experience. It's pretty expensive, so I'm not sure I would ever pay that cost to do it, but it does look pretty fun. Over here on the right, there's a Walgreens. Go in there and get yourself some cheaper beverages. Again, you're not technically allowed to drink them out here on Fremont, but if you put it in a plastic cup, then you can do whatever you want. Over here on the other side, Fat Tuesday. If you want to get your giant yard drink and truly enjoy Vegas style, I guess you can do that if you'd like. Fat Sal sandwiches on the left. There is a police precinct over here on the right. There is a pretty good police presence down here. There's security from all these properties. For the most part, you be aware of your surroundings. You're safe down here. Over here on the left, Dirt Dogs. Hot dogs. I believe there's one of these in front of Horseshoe on the Strip as well, unless that's gone. And then right past that is the Heart Attack Grill. You can weigh yourself up here. And if you're over 350 pounds, you eat free. They want you to put on a hospital gown when you eat in there, and they spank you if you don't finish your food. Over here on the right, you see a couple little dive bars. Mickey Finn's, Hennessy's Tavern. And now we are headed toward what they call Fremont East. Back in the day, you didn't want to go any further east than this. Right here, cab drivers back in the day would drop you off and say, whatever you do, don't go east from here. But Fremont East has really been developed lately into a really cool little district. That's why we're going to go over there and take a look at it as well. Fremont East has got a lot of little bars, craft cocktails, places to eat, cool stuff. You'll see the Griffin right in front of us. That's a cocktail lounge. Over on the other side of the street, right there, that's Evil Pie. You've probably heard of that. Evil Knievel themed pizzeria. Right here we've got Flippin' Good chicken burgers and beer. Over on the other side, nightclub, disco pussy. Yeah, I felt weird saying that. A collection of little craft bars right here. Ice cream, pizza, noodles, bars. You've got it all down here on Fremont East. It's really cool. This was busy last night. I live streamed and I did come down here. I briefly went in the El Cortez, which you'll see in a minute. Well, you already see it, but I haven't mentioned it yet. And here it is, the famous El Cortez. This is a truly vintage Vegas property. That signage is awesome. And I can't ever see the outside of the El Cortez without thinking about the end of The Hangover when the guys are going through their pictures. There's a picture of them down here in front of the El Cortez. I want to say Doug has a shotgun or a gun in his hand. Pretty cool. Again, Fremont East goes a little bit more from here, but I did say we were going to end the tour here at the El Cortez. And there you have it. That's Fremont Street from west to east, the Plaza all the way to the El Cortez. Hopefully you enjoyed this tour. I've never done anything like this on the channel. Normally they're property walkthroughs. If you want to see walkthroughs like this that are strictly casino hotels here in Las Vegas, I've done a ton of them. There's a playlist on the channel. Be sure and check that out. Hey, that's it for this one, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel. As always, it's totally free. And turn on that notification bell so you get notified anytime we drop new content. I'm going to move on. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in that next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.